Knicks family, welcome back. It's God to the God Up Knicks podcast. My man already tried to mess me up already. If you're here, remember before we get started, click the like, click the bell as well. My bad. Let Jay start it off because he don't mess me up on my intro.
I messed you up. I ain't even saying
you was already. I was trying to get it going. You already doing extra stuff. Go ahead. Intro. I'm gonna let you intro from now on. That's your job.
That's Apollo Cat.
That's your job. Yeah.
That's Apollo Cat Reed. That's Big Bro. I'm Andre Jalil. I got my cousin Ricky with us. Rick the Ruler.
What's good?
Yeah, come on, Chad.
Disrespect.
Come on, we got to be a high note after that game last night. We gotta do something on a high note, man. I want the vomit yesterday.
Yeah, I know. But like I said, if y'all are here, click the like, subscribe and share. Get some more people in here. If y'all in the chat, what's going on in the chat? Knicks lost yesterday to the Magic. It was a bad game. It was a bad game. I mean, the first half was pretty well. First half looked good. Second half was terrible. I don't know really what happened, but the third quarter happened as usual. That third quarter of doom. And it came to us, and it was just I don't know. It was like they turned the lights off or something like that. They were hitting a bunch of shots in the first half, and then everything that they had going in the first just wasn't happening.
Yeah, somebody put a lid on the rim.
Yeah, that's basically what happened. But what you guys see besides for shooting terribly?
It was it was a bad night. I don't know. It was one of those things. They couldn't make a layup. They couldn't make a shot. Quickly was shooting bricks. Derrick Rose got to the rim, was bricking layups. It just looked like one of those games. What's his name? Tried to do a putback dunk and caught the rim.
Who was that? Noel?
That was Noel.
Yeah.
Front rim on the dunk. It was just like, I saw that. I was like, we ain't winning. It just didn't look good. No, they were like 3 for what they had like 5 for 25 threes. It was just like, and then the other team was Magic was knocking down their shots.
Oh yeah.
But if we were shooting reasonably, the game would have been close. We got close at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, if we win this game, we got to like 8.
We got to 11.
Nah, we got to like 8. We knocked down a 3. I think we were within 8. They had 11. They were up 11. We knocked down a shot. It was either 9 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like just went bad again. It just didn't work. And this was one of the few nights where the starting 5 actually looked better than
one of the few. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that was like really what happened.
That's not even a positive thing to say because it was a terrible shooting night. So I mean, for them to look better, I mean it's not. It was a bad night altogether. I didn't.
They looked better because the second unit played bad. That's not good.
Right. That's not a good thing.
Right. Exactly. So as you can see,
if the second unit did what they usually do, the way the first unit played, it would have been a really good game altogether. And I hate it's got to be.
It would have been a normal Knick game because if the second unit played better, then it would have been the second unit played better than the first unit. Because if you still looked at it, this game, the first unit looked better than the second unit, but the first unit didn't look great. You know what I mean? It was just They looked better than the second unit.
The first half they looked better.
Right. The first half.
I mean, Julius never actually looked better. Even in the first half, they never really.
They never looked better. Yeah,
they never looked better.
As you can see, 38% from the field, 26% from 3. It was 7 for 27, which is just horrendous. It's a lot of putting up a lot of shots and you're just missing. And like I said, a early episode, if your team is in a game and you guys are missing shot after shot after shot, it's hard to come down and consistently play defense, especially when somebody's hot. You know, Terrence Ross is a guy, he gets hot and he just doesn't miss. I can't stand playing against Terrence Ross because he's not good any other time unless he's playing New York. You know what I mean? So it's annoying to watch every single time because he's not that good. But
yeah, he was cooking last night.
Yeah, 30 off the bench. Are you kidding me? But anyway, that was it. But as we said, Rosalie, those two, they really shot it bad. Quickly was 1 for 12 from the field. 7 for 7 from the free throw line, which is okay. I guess given he had to make something. But he's missing a lot of that floater, which is odd. That's something that we thought he had in the bag.
Yeah.
He missed as many floaters at the rim than Elfrid did, which is sad to say. But
it's almost looking like it wasn't his move.
Yeah, it looked like Alfred stole his powers.
It was a bad night. And
Yeah.
I was wondering. I was like, was there like a because trade rumors are kicking up, and I'm like, was somebody, a lot of times when it looks like that, somebody finds out somebody's leaving, and like it messes up like the energy or something like that.
Right.
So I was wondering if something had happened in the locker room because they just look terrible, man. They never really look right. What's his name look good? I love the way not RJ. I love the way Alfred is attacking the basket.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that because that's absolutely necessary for his game. And if he could do that on a nightly basis, we have a chance. Well, if everybody shows up.
Right. Yeah, of course, if everybody shows up.
But what they did was they kept him out there too long. At one point, it seemed like
it felt like that.
Yeah,
and then they didn't put him back in when they should have.
Then they didn't put him back in, and I'm like, what's up with the rotation?
It was the same thing with him and RJ. I felt like RJ and Alfred were at least being aggressive in the third quarter. So when the fourth quarter came around and they weren't playing, it was like, all right, well, what are you doing? Like, why are you sitting these guys? And then you put him back in with like 3 minutes to go, and it was like you expect him to have a rhythm. And you like I text you guys in the chat during the game. I said Terrence Ross went off, and our best wing defender is sitting on the bench.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like what? At some point, you have to think about. All right, Reggie's not stopping this guy. What's my man? Bullock definitely. I mean, not Bullock. Burks isn't stopping this guy. So at what point do you decide to put RJ back in? And he even said it himself because somebody asked him after the game, and Tip said, RJ's been playing well. It's really just he said I was just searching out there tonight. I was really just searching. It wasn't RJ that? Didn't Tibbs. He was just saying he said it wasn't RJ's fault. RJ didn't play bad. There wasn't any reason in particular. He said I was just out there searching for something. I was trying to find anything that could go, and nothing was working. So hopefully that's a learning lesson. I hate for it to lose in a game like that, especially when we were up double digits. You know what I mean?
And it was the magic. That's why I was
and it's the magic.
It's almost like the energy. They don't take these games seriously. They want to show up for the big game.
And Michael Carter Williams, I cannot stand that guy. I don't know why. I love him if he was on my team. But it's like every single time he goes against us, it's like he's terrible. Any other time, it's. And then all of they have a bunch of those guys. They have Michael Carter Williams, Terrence Ross, a bunch of these guys that you will never worry about at any other night. But when they come into the Garden or when they play against the Knicks for some reason, they go off. And you see this guy, he had the dunk, the and one on Nerlens Noel on the dunk. And I was just like, what the hell is going on here?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I do feel like this was one of those games where the Knicks had a bad night. I don't want to say they beat themselves, but the Knicks had a terrible night. I felt
couldn't shoot.
I feel like a 7-game series with Orlando. I feel like we beat them 4-1.
Yeah, this will be the one that they win. They won. Yeah,
this is the one game that they won. Like Knicks had one, and it's like one of those wake up calls. Just so you know, again, this is like one of those games. Remember the last few games, everybody on the starting, all the bench players had a positive. Everybody who hit the floor had a negative plus minus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who was this with everybody on the floor? Emmanuel Quickly had a negative 19. Obi had negative 17. Derrick Rose had negative 15. They were the worst one.
Bro, it was just it hurt. Mainly because we were literally a game away from being at 500.
500.
That's what I was about to say.
That was the game we needed to be 500. And
it was.
I don't think
we stink it up, and then we don't have a game till Sunday.
Exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, a lot of things can happen from that. But what I was gonna say was the fact that I don't think it was the pressure that got to them. I think it was. They got comfortable. Yeah, and they felt like it was.
They thought they had the game in the bag.
Exactly. You saw Julius Randle laughing. I mean, he had a good game, but you saw him laughing, and after that moment, I feel like everything went downhill. When he was, jogging backwards up the court, and he was laughing. They called a timeout, and then I think after that, it went all downhill.
That was it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think we just got to stay humble. I think they were excited that they, were on the path to get into that 500 point.
Mm-hmm.
And, so I think they need to go back to the basics of what they were doing before. get better, comfortable shots going, and then after that, everything will start falling like it used to. But
I'm not worried about this game because this game was like an anomaly. There's no way all of these guys are going to continue missing all of these shots. You know what I mean? And you're talking about guys that put a lot of time in on their shot. Quickly couldn't hit anything.
Yeah,
he couldn't hit anything, and that's something that. And he looked deflated. He was 0 for 10 at one point in that game. You know what I mean? Like he didn't hit his bucket until the last quarter. He didn't. You know what I mean? His one bucket, he didn't hit that until the last quarter. You know what I'm saying? So it was a game that just won't happen.
He was 1 for 12, dude.
1 for 12. He was 1 for 12. He was 1 for 12. Derrick Rose was 1 for 10. And that's not happening. Neither one of those guys are going to have those kind of games consistently. It's just
at the same time, too.
At the same time. That's not their game. You know what I mean? And that's really what happened. I think we couldn't hit a shot.
Emmanuel Quickly was 8%, 8.3%, and Derrick Rose was 10%. 1 for 12 and 1 for 10.
Terrible. It was a terrible shooting game.
Yeah.
Like it was just bad. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and get mad at these guys. It was a game that they were on a high. They were on a really good high. It was a 3-game winning streak, was it?
Yeah, it was feeling good. I was like, we're going to come in here and get 4.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And who thought we were going to lose to the Magic? And I mean, to be honest, we weren't losing to the Magic until the second half. Like literally things just fell apart. You know what I mean? And I think it was just Tom kind of got comfortable with his guys figuring it out and him not having to figure out the rotation. He was letting them show him who was actually going to be effective at whatever time. And that method failed him that night. But you know, like I said, it happens. I'm not gonna stress it. We were supposed to play the Spurs on Saturday. But that game got postponed because of COVID protocols, apparently.
It's officially canceled?
It's officially canceled. That game's not happening. But what it does do is it opens up. There's no there won't be a back-to-back on Sunday. You know what I mean? This way we can just go into Sunday playing the Timberwolves and then play our game on Tuesday instead of having to play Saturday and Sunday. So, you know, that look at this guy. Terrence Ross was pulling up. There was no way that this is. He didn't even believe it. There's no way he believed what he was doing at that time. But you know, it happens. So, unfortunately for the Timberwolves, they're playing against the Knicks, who not only have the best defense in the league, they have Derrick Rose, Taj Gibson, and Tom Thibodeau. So, I don't think they're going to be pretty happy campers. I think all three of those guys are going to go in there and try to, you know, prove something.
Burks almost got us back in the game.
He almost did. He tried.
I was like, because he kept missing. I'm like, yo, Burks got to go down with him shooting like that.
Yeah, that's
more than the misses. What bothered me was him and Bullock just pump faking so much. Like, shoot the ball, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have the shot, take the shot. Just shoot it. You know what I mean? You're there for that. That's exactly what you're there for. Y'all are the only two guys on the team that have all reign, besides for Quickly, of course, to just shoot the ball. But more than Quickly, you guys are just 3-and-D guys, mainly, especially Bullock. But, you know, Alec Burks is going to come in. He's going to give you the mid-range off the pick. He's going to give you that three-pointer. But he was scared to take the shot. I don't even know what was going on. But unfortunately, that's what happened. And here we are. Hopefully, we can go into Sunday with a strong showing and get something going. Who else do we play after that? Let me just double check.
I think it's Golden State.
Make sure. Do we play Golden State? I believe it is Golden State on Tuesday.
We play Golden State one of them days.
Yeah. One of these days this week they play. Let me just double check. So we play the Timberwolves on Sunday, Golden State on Tuesday, Kings on Thursday. And then Saturday we play the Pacers. So 5 games. Because Sunday we played the Pistons. I'm gonna go with so it's the Timberwolves, Warriors, Kings, Pacers, and Pistons. I'm gonna go with 1, 2, 3. We're gonna win 3 of those games. I'm gonna go 3-2 with those games. How about y'all? What you guys think? Timberwolves, Warriors, Kings, Pacers, and Pistons.
You busting all their ass.
I figured I was gonna get a
I
5
think-
and 0 out of you.
Yeah, I think they could win all 5. I mean, at the rate they've been going, yes. But if they channel any of what happened last night, then I would say yeah, it would be a split.
It's kind of why I was leaning that way, only because of the way we lost. It was kind of like I said, it won't happen again. It was a fluke game, but at the end of the day, my man Fido Pellicito, I don't know who that is. He wanted to know if we play ball. Do we play ball, guys? You guys play ball? Let me know.
Not anymore, boy. I be on that 9 to 5 like this.
9 to 5. You play ball, Rick? You still go out there and put some shots up?
I mean, I ordered a video game. That 2K.
I'm not gonna lie, I play 2K all the time. So yeah, I mean,
It's funny. A few months ago, I went and bought a basketball, like right when it was about to get cold, like with the winter hit. I went and bought a basketball because sometimes I just want to dribble again. Like I love basketball so much. Like at the school where I work, they got the gym. I'm always grabbing the bat. I'm supposed to be working. I go over there and grab a basketball, run up there with my work boots on, shooting around, and I just love it. Basketball is one of those things. Like if I can have a house with the basketball court in there.
Yeah,
do it. Have friends over because like I just love basketball like that. But you don't have the time. Like it would have to be in the house.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Go to the gym. Or I had a membership at the YMCA. I was playing over there for a little while. But here I go, getting older, jump up, just running up in there playing basketball. You pull something like every game.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm like, oh man, like
you channel what you remember. Like I remember, like I thought I could when I was young, I could play from morning to evening. Like you would have to leave because it got dark. Never stretched, never like really took long breaks to eat or drink or anything like that. You just balled, and then I played one game and like halfway through, I'm winded. My knees are starting to feel sore. I'm like, dang, this is why they really retired. But like, I feel like if I was a professional, I would last into my 40s because this is my job.
Right.
But who knows?
I mean, I just started getting back on the bike, getting my knees back into it. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know I had two of those knee surgeries. So I ain't
tore one of the knees up on the way up.
That's when I broke my knee. That's when I broke my knee. I had three major knee injuries. My first injury was when I broke my knee, and I jumped. I was on the way up for a layup, a freaking layup out of everything. It wasn't like I was trying to dunk it. I went up for a layup.
Was like.
Literally, that's exactly the sound it made. I jumped and on the lift off, it said, and then I was like, oh. And then I didn't even go for the layup. I just let the ball go and I grabbed my knee.
You know how you get that pain right there? You be like, ooh.
I was like, word. I was like, oh. Yeah. I was in the air like this.
Yeah, before you even came down.
I was holding my knee.
Yeah, but swole. You gotta share that picture with your knee was swollen.
That was crazy. I forgot about that picture.
Yeah, you got the swole picture.
And of course, Mom tried to make me feel bad about it. See, I told you not to play basketball on Sunday. I said, really, Mom?
That's what it was
really?
about.
That's what happened?
When we play basketball on the Sabbath, boy, you get injured out here.
No, she said, God was trying to tell you. I said, right. Mom.
Right.
My whole life, 22 years.
Right.
This Sunday is when I broke my knee.
It's the Sunday it happened.
Whatever.
You was listening that Sunday.
Something.
He had the X-ray, and it looked like like the mouse you use, like the joint, and it had it split right down the middle. His kneecap.
It was split.
Or sideways and down the middle, or something like that.
And it was sideways, like the long way, like this. It was split in two, like that.
Yeah, that joint was crazy.
It was pretty crazy. And the worst part about it is I had to drive home in my stick shift.
And you got to use both legs.
Bro, when I tell you, that was some fun times, man.
Yeah, I only drive automatics now.
Word, exactly.
Just in case I get another injury.
That was it. That was my last stick shift vehicle right there. I was like, that's it.
I had a stick shift vehicle one time. Tell them what happened to my stick shift vehicle, Cat.
What stick shift? No, you didn't have a stick shift. You did have a stick. That was the one Janae had. That was the Corolla.
No, I had an Audi stick shift. Remember that? Yeah. Well, that's another story for another time.
Yo, go ahead, tell the story. Go ahead.
That was the one with the turn.
Nah. Well, with the turn,
you came around the bend.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Nah, go ahead, Dre.
So that's what we get for racing on the FDR Drive on the highway.
Nah, it wasn't the FDR. It was the
Yes, it was the FDR Drive.
It was the Harlem River Drive.
No, it wasn't.
That's where we crashed at.
Nah, FDR.
Bro,
you gave away the ending.
It was the Harlem River Drive.
Nah. Yo, Bricky, what's that when you get off the Brooklyn Bridge and you go north?
Dre, we was looking at Harlem Tab.
What?
We were looking at Harlem Tab.
Yeah, that's the FDR.
That's not the Harlem River Drive?
I remember the story being FDR, but
when you
I
get
wasn't
uptown,
there.
they might call it Harlem River Drive.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we started on the FDR.
We was on the FDR, yeah, because Harlem River Drive was on the other side. Yeah, Harlem River Drive. If you come across the GW Bridge, you could take the Harlem River Drive. You'd be on the west. We was on the east side.
When we used to go to church, right?
It's the FDR right there.
That's the FDR that we get off of, and that was it?
Right there.
When we used to go to church like 100 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it was the FDR.
So we were going north. We were coming from a Knicks game. No, a Nets game.
No, it was a Nets. Was it a Nets game? Oh, it was the workout.
Yeah, we had a preseason Nets game or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was going to be performing at the spot like the next day or whatever. So Cat was going to be performing. We was going uptown to see my DJ so we could go over some things, get the show down. So Joshua had everybody thought they could drive with the Acura TL. Remember that?
Everybody had that.
Everybody had the Acura TL, was driving like a nutcase.
I wasn't driving. You was the one driving like a nutcase.
So anyhow, so I had the
following you.
I had the 1.5 or something. I don't even think it was a 2.0, but I had the stick shift. So now we flying up. You're going uptown. You know, we driving like maniacs. We having fun. So now I leave him because he can't keep up with me, man. That's just how it is. He ain't slick like Big Bro. So I bounced on him. So he got caught in traffic. Like I guess.
Yeah, hold on. Disclaimer. Let's disclaimer this real quick. No. He smoked me. All that extra. He was the only one. Nah. What did you just say? You was the only one in your whip, and I had two people in the whip with me.
Oh, okay. Well, you were doing it like if that's
first of all, nah. Stop it.
You was driving.
Stop it. First of all, I had two people in the whip with me. One of them was a damn a lineman, 250. Stan is 300 plus. Stan is 300 plus alone, bro. Just by himself. By himself. Then we had Taj in the back, who's like 6'4", 170 something.
Yeah, because that matters, right?
So weight don't matter.
Weight does matter, but Taj 6'4", what was he at the time? He had to be 180. You
talking about Taj 6'4", me 6'4", and Stan 6'7" in the same vehicle.
You're lightweight anyway, Cat. What was you?
There you go. Now you're lightweight. Whatever. Go ahead.
So anyway, so I bounced because he got caught in the. You know how like it ain't like it ain't official racing. So he got caught in traffic. So I ran into traffic, like standstill traffic, sitting there. So I look back in my rearview mirror, somebody come around the bend like a bat out of hell. And I look back and I said, oh, that's Josh. I'm looking at my rear view like this. I was like, yo, he coming kind of fast. All of a sudden you see his car go like this. Car's going like this. He's sliding. So then he sideswiped this lady and hit my bumper. And they called it a total loss. Like you could still drive the car.
Yeah.
It was a total loss. I had the nice Audi, no payments.
Yo, when I tell you, Dre is never gonna let me live that down. Like never, ever.
Hey, you the one in here talking about stick shift. You know what?
Here you go. You the one that talk about. Tell them about the stick shift.
Tell about the stick shift, man.
Listen, and then that made you realize you was spending too much money on them Audis anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What I did was stupid. I went and bought another one because they gave me the money for that one. But if they knew we was brothers, they probably would have been like this. Oh no, y'all did this on purpose.
Matter of fact, the biggest part of the story is we was coming from a Nets game. What's going on here? See, that was the problem.
And it was a Sunday.
That's what it was.
That's the problem.
No, we was excited because at the time they had what was that the point guard's name? The light skin.
Darren Williams.
So it was supposed to be exciting. They had Kevin Garnett. It was like, all right, they got a big thing going to Brooklyn is new. We went over there, it was all right.
That was 2013. That was a long time.
A while ago. We went
about 8 years ago.
In my defense, I did go with a Knicks hat on. So there you go.
I had my Nets hat on that you bought me. actually.
You know what I'm saying? Because you was a flip flopper. I was like, let me help.
No,
him out.
I was not a flip flopper. I was a Knicks
You
fan.
give him a little Nets hat, you flip flopping.
I was a Knicks fan. He bought me a Nets hat. That's blasphemous.
And you wore it though.
To the Nets arena.
Nah, I can't front. I had a Nets hat also.
I got Nets hats. I feel like hats is hats. They don't mean like
Word. I don't think people realize that's why a lot of people was Nets fans to begin with, because everybody was in them seats.
Everybody was there. My man dated one of the cheerleaders, so we was always at Nets games.
Yeah, we was always at Nets game. I remember that.
Nice.
He was in New Jersey, yeah. So we was in New Jersey. We was always at the game. It was fun. That's when they had Vince Carter.
That's when they had Vince Carter. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, back to the game, looking horrible.
Listen, y'all. I apologize for the runoff real quick, the little rabbit hole we ran into, but you know it was fun. It was a little backstory.
Went from knee injuries to car injuries. Oh, and that day was
knee
funny.
Injuries to car injuries.
The lady who Joshua hit didn't know that he was my brother, so she looked at me and went like this and looked at me and was like, I was like, wow, like this lady. I was like, but then what could I say?
You lying? She dead ass did that?
She dead ass looked at me and winked, went like this and was like, and winked at me.
You know what's wild? It's crazy because when she was the one that got out to check on us,
right?
To make sure we were okay.
That lady that got out, the Hispanic lady.
Yeah, she got out to check on us to make sure we was okay. So when the cop got there, and she was like, "Yeah, the lady said her neck is hurting," and da 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 da. Yeah. I said, "Ma'am, just to let you know, she's the one that got out first to check on us before y'all go anywhere." And she was like, "Okay, cool." That was it. Because I already knew what she was doing.
And the damage to her car wasn't bad enough for you to be like,
yeah,
cool. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was breaking. Oh, and Joshua tires. Tell him about the tires, Cap. He ain't had no treads on this. He ain't no business driving like that.
Wow.
I remember I got out. I said, "Yo, Cap, what was?" He was like, I was about to get new tires and all that.
Yo, I was literally a week away from that and all that. Yo, it was a bad time. Listen, come on, man. I was young, dumb.
I was like, "Yo, Cap, look at your tires, man."
Yo, I had the tires. I had an extra 500 pounds in the whip. Yeah, it wasn't a good.
It was an equation for it.
See, but that's why I brought up the people that was in my whip. It's because that's what it mattered. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't slow down the extra 500. You know what I'm saying? So, I just feel like, and that's why I started doing the swerve, slowed down a little bit. I know you seen that in the rearview mirror as that was.
No, John, you was doing that. You couldn't help that. The car, you hit the brakes, the car was sliding like this.
Nah, that's not what happened. I hit the brakes. It was a middle lane. There was 3 lanes. It was both lanes on the outside was blocked up. The only thing that was open was the inside lane, which he was sitting in. He was sitting in the middle lane, like 10 cars in. I don't know why nobody decided to go in between. 10 cars is just sitting there. So I go there. That they had to, you know what I'm saying? So I slam on the brakes, and then I don't feel nothing gripping. Then that's when I started doing the slow down shit. That's the only reason why I did that. Because I already slowed down and it didn't work. So I'm like, yo, I got I gotta do something. I was gonna pull an e-brake because I could have pulled the e-brake, but if I was scared if I pulled the e-brake, I would have fishtailed to hit somebody. Yeah, I hit somebody in the middle of the lane. You know what I'm saying? So whatever, I did what I could. If I'd have hit you head on, though, that'd have been bad. That's why I sideswiped on purpose.
I'm glad you hit somebody else first. Jesus, it still didn't make a difference. I ain't had a car no more.
Yeah, he just told you he got a brand new car after that shit.
No, when was this? 2013. I'm gonna find a picture.
Oh my god. Yeah. Anyway, y'all.
Like, yo, let's wrap it up.
This wasn't even the Knicks podcast. They played so bad. We started talking about old shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about. They played poorly.
They played very, very bad. That was terrible.
Very, very bad.
Very bad. So I'm glad I got my man Isaac in here laughing, bro. But so yeah. Anyway, like I said, Timberwolves, Warriors, Kings, Pacers, Pistons. Hopefully we can knock all 6 of those out. 5, 6 of those out. I not that I doubt it, but you know, I've seen things happen.
I still think they're gonna get to 500. We're just taking the longer route now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe lessons need to be learned. I think they got a grasp of reality right now, and they're gonna turn it around. Next game they're gonna win, and they're gonna feel it again. They win the next one, then they'll be 500.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
Just for once, I would like to see them gain a double-digit lead and just keep it.
That would be really nice.
Just keep it.
Is that too much to ask for a big lead and just like kill him?
Keep it.
I mean, well, we had like a couple double-digit leads, and then he threw in Knox and a few of the third string guys in there. Theo Pinson got a couple minutes. That was a couple.
Yeah, that was his 44 point game, right?
Yeah, I think that was.
And that was the one before. He hadn't really
He talked about
Pinson only plays garbage minutes. So like if you see him, then you know that's what it is. So
that means it got either really
looking
good or really bad.
Really good or really bad, exactly.
Damn. My man Theo, man. Yo, shout out to Theo, man. It take a lot to not only be in the league and not play, but to have to get up and cheer for everybody else. Why I
don't think he feels like he has to. I just feel like that's what else he gonna do? Sit on the end of the bench and just grovel? It's good. Support the team. There's no crowd, so they need it.
Yeah, my man. I'm gonna shout out my man Alex on here real quick before we get out of here. My man Alex this morning, he woke me up on the wrong side of the bed talking about the Knicks was dumb for making the Derrick Rose trade. Wow. And I was like, and his reasoning was because Derrick Rose said that he didn't have a lot of miles left on his legs and he wanted to go play for a contender.
This is the day. That's my home girl with Kevin Garnett. That's why I took the picture.
Oh yeah.
It ain't that. They don't even look that bad, but they called it a total loss.
Yeah, they always do that.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the car that I destroyed. That he's never gonna let me live down.
They called it a total loss.
Yeah, look at that. It's a total loss.
That's what they called it. I didn't think it was. I thought they was gonna fix it, but when I went to take it in, they was like, "Nah, total loss."
It was like, "Yo, it's over, G."
Wow.
I said, "Come on."
Yeah, my car. I just was in an accident 2 weeks ago.
Josh wrecked his shit.
Damn.
Oh damn.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, right. And you love this car too, boy.
I did. I used to love that car, bro.
Look, we had blocked the whole FDR drive. Like I know people was mad. We was out there. These two motherfuckers. All the people that were honest that we was driving like this around, and they saw that.
They probably passed us like stupid.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. The moment we all wish that we could have.
Yeah.
Driving past somebody after they gone.
Yo, Josh, remember we did that in the car one time?
That was I'll never forget that.
Yo,
never.
Somebody they drove by us dumb quick, something like that. I think everybody was in the car. Mom, Janae, I think we was all in the car. Somebody got a ticket flying past us, so I was like, "Yo, roll your windows down," and we all rolled the windows down. I was like, "Ah!"
That shit was mad funny.
Yeah, I slowed the car down and everything. I was like, "Ah."
That was mad funny, and I know the cop probably he had to laugh too, bro. He had to laugh. That was funny. Yeah, man. We had a lot of those stories, man. I had a lot of fun driving in our lifetime. We always had this dream when we was younger that we was gonna be like racing with BMWs at the highway. I don't know why that was a dream that we had. Yeah. But we did. We tried it that day, and the dream died right there. That was it.
Yeah, it was like that ain't a good idea.
That was not a good idea. Like
niggas need a closed course out here.
Yeah. Oh man. So that's really all I got. Y'all got anything else y'all want to touch on?
Nah, no thank you.
Let me make sure I don't have nothing else in the notes. Rick, you got anything else?
Nah, I made my point.
No new trade rumors.
No new trade rumors. Not that I know of. Same old.
Yeah, even the sports radio, they don't think anything big is gonna happen. I heard something dumb. Either this morning or yesterday, they said, should we trade RJ Barrett and somebody else for some whack person? I was just like, man, I wish I remember the plays that he mentioned. Dang, but I was just like, yo, people are just going bananas with this trade stuff. Like they
get crazy.
And this
every
is why
year.
I think James Dolan had a difficult time having a good supporting cast for the Knicks because he listened to the media, he listened to fans, he made dumb choices, and fans are crazy. They don't know what to do. They're gonna complain either way. Don't listen to them. Do your job.
Nah, they're always gonna be every year. Every year it's the same thing. Oh, we didn't make a trade. Or why did we trade? Or It's always gonna be something, man. And it gets to the point where until you're winning. I mean, and even when you're winning, you go look at the Warriors fans when they were winning, they was talking about trading Draymond. So it's like, exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying. But they don't know basketball. These guys don't know basketball. There's no way that you're gonna tell me that you know basketball if you're telling the Warriors to get rid of Draymond, because of course everybody thinks he's the least important player.
Let me ask you this. I keep hearing stuff about getting what's the man Slizzy was talking about to getting Andre Drummond.
There's a rumor that Andre Drummond said that he would entertain coming to the Knicks. That he would be fine with it.
I could dig it, but why would we do that? Like, don't we have
There we go. I don't get it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to have a star, an all-star center on our team. You know what I mean? Everybody would like to have one. But if you have something that's already working, and
mess it up? Because
why mess it up? Right? Yeah. To trade Drummond, you know how much we have to give away. You know what I'm saying? Like, no.
And there's positions that we desperately need right now. Center, I think we're doing okay with the center. So I don't see why we would make that.
Right. Yeah.
He's just a name. Yeah.
Your Cap. That's your man, Izzy.
Yeah, it's my man's. That's Josh. Josh brother. That's his brother.
It's Josh.
The only other Josh that I hang out with.
Oh, that's his brother. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. It's funny though because I actually knew Isaac way before I knew Josh. You know what I'm saying? And then me and Josh, of course, because we play ball more often together, we got cool. But Isaac, you the homie, bro. You know what I'm saying? You the homie. You know what I'm saying? You already know the deal.
Just follow me on my music page, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh the homie too, man. He actually sent me this beat that he wanted me to get on.
Josh make beats?
No. He doesn't make beats. He heard a beat.
I ain't never heard that shit.
Nah, Josh don't make beats. At least not yet. We'll see what happens.
Right.
But there was something else that I wanted to touch on, but I think that was it. There was somebody else. What did he say?
I just don't want no Andre Drummond like that. I feel like we slowing down our centers, even if that was he's super slow. He don't look like he ended the game anymore.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
My biggest mark was like I wasn't sure how good Noel was gonna play, but he's been turning up the last couple of games. So like I'm good. Once Mitch comes back, if he can play.
I don't know how mad I'd be if that was like, let's say it wouldn't be, but let's say it was a straight up swap.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, because Drummond could play some defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he got to live. Not gonna bully him down there either. That's the only thing. My knock on Noel. He gets some of those bigger, better centers. They wash him up like he's easy work for him. That's my only thing with him.
Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's better than both of our bigs. He's better than any big we have on our team. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not even really a question.
Right, we got you.
Right, yeah. And at this point, youth is more valuable than what he's going to bring you for a little bit of time. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's and he also is going to be a high usage player. He's not going to be somebody you can run just pick and rolls with all day and then not put the ball in his hands. He wants some post touches. He wants some he's going to try to stretch the floor a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more of it's kind of what we want out of Mitch.
Need more of that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the timing just doesn't add up. You know what I'm saying? So like Isaac said, building the foundation. My man Izzy. So that's where we are right now. You want to build that foundation. You don't want to just pile a bunch of guys together because they play well, because they were good. That's kind of what the Sixers did last year. You know what I mean? When they threw Jimmy Butler on there and they threw Tobias Harris on there. It was a bunch of stars that they did things in other places, but just because they're stars doesn't mean they're going to mesh. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you have to find a nice balance of stars and role players. And I think that's where we are right now. We're figuring out which role players are there and which guys that will be stars. Clearly, we have Julius Randle, and then we have a bunch of guys in between. And then clearly you have the bench guys, but right now they're looking for somebody else to add to that nucleus. But Stephen Bondy, I believe it is. Former Nets and Sixers center Norvell Pell has joined the G League bubble with the Canton charge. Sources tell Daily News the Knicks among NBA teams that have expressed interest in Pell. Other teams including the Rockets and Raptors, per sources. So we're keeping our eyes out for younger guys. Clearly, you know what I'm saying. Somebody who's willing to go to the G League. They played some other places, so I don't think trading for a star center is something that we should be doing right now anyway. So I think we should be good on that.
Yeah.
These guys, they need some practice time. They got an extra
2 days.
2 days. You know, they haven't played since what?
Wednesday.
They played last night, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday. So they're off Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you really don't get 3 days off.
3 days, yeah.
Yeah, you really don't get 3 days off in the NBA. So hopefully they can take that extra time. I know Derrick Rose hasn't settled in anywhere. He's probably been living out his suitcase for the past week and a half. So, you know, hopefully the extra day helps him out and all of that. But y'all got anything else? That's it?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. So we shall see y'all Sunday night. We play the Timberwolves. I assume we'll be here in you know light spirits after that game.
We're going 5-0 the next 5, so we're going to be in light spirits for a good little while.
And I guarantee if we lose that game, we
tough.
will be very, very mad and probably be more flashback things.
Of this one, I don't mind if we lose, but if we lose in the same fashion, then I'll be very pissed. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. All right. That's all I got. And tonight at midnight, what you got, Dre? What's going on?
Oh, I got another instrumental dropping. You know what I'm saying? You come and get me, man. Andre Jalil all over the place. All your streaming platforms.
Andre Jalil.
Andre Jalil. Put my name up on the joint so they can see it.
Yo, come on, my bad. Yo, see, just so they know, like if y'all have a problem spelling, Andre Jalil.
Hey, you ain't got to do an accent, all that. I ain't asking for all that. You just put Andre.
Yo, no, listen, I don't care. You feel me? I just want to put the accent E.
Yeah, but I'm just saying when they try to spell, don't be trying to find the E with all.
Oh yeah, with the extra drink. Nah. Yeah, yo, because you know what I'm saying. You don't want to say the wrong drink. Andre.
My wife is on the. I got my man on the base. So. But I'm gonna keep them coming. I already got the next one. And Lonnie hit me up. He trying to set something up. I guess with the last podcast when I got on him or whatever. let me do the right.
He definitely told me he was going to get in contact with you to get something going. So and he's also going to be working on my next project. We're going to get something going on that too. So, and if you haven't listened to the first one, Fear Apollory is on all platforms.
Yo, you think you could? You got a spot? I could do a verse or something.
Yo, I don't.
Nah, I mean, like,
yo, listen. As long as I can get a beat, yo, just bless me with a beat, bro. Like that's.
Yeah, you got mad. You got drinks lined up. What you talking about?
Yo, nah, you dropping instrumentals all over the place, talking about like, yo, I'm driving an instrumental. You ain't hit me like, yo, I got this instrumental for you.
All right, I got drinks.
You know what I'm saying?
I already got one for you. Yo, Cal, you be acting brand new.
You hear him, Rick?
Yo, Cal, you be acting brand new. I got drinks. Samples, all that. What you want? You want to clean those samples? We ain't got to clear nothing. What's up?
Hey, you ain't gotta say nothing to me. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Rick, you can't see me looking at him, but I look over here.
Yeah, Rick.
Rick.
Oh, look.
When I do this, I'm pointing at Rick.
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 See, now on my screen, you pointing at me. Anyway, listen, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us on another episode of the Garden Knicks podcast. Like I said, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell. Hit that bell so you're notified whenever we get on and be live or whenever we release anything. We'll see y'all Sunday evening. And y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
Till next time, y'all.
I know. Yeah, next time, baby. Straight
Peace.
Up. Next.
All right.
Next tape, baby.
Next tape.